What to speak, not to speak over here in Git and Bamboo. But this is the same presentation I have given to one of the client at MSA, and I'm going with that. So daily life in Git, what we do. So we say Git add, Git commit, Git push, and Git pull. But some of the Git command, even though we can't find on Git documentation, but you can find people are still saying Git or dot something, and they use that. But we don't know what are the benefit of that commands. And there are like same thing you want to is also conflict. Some people get the separate branch and again pull and say hyphen prune, or some people say Git pull hyphen rebase, Git rebase hyphen continue, and fix all the conflict and execute the test cases and the continuous integration, and then they say Git post, right? And some, I mean, the as a best practice, we should say Git merge. When you merge at the same time, you should delete the branch. But I have seen in my team also that 45 branches are there. We are not deleting the branch. So those best practice, it would be great to follow. So in a Git, we are working on the directory and staging area is there. So whatever you fix and whatever changes you made, that's the stage. And Git is repository, right? That goes in commit line. So this is a sample stage of the Git protocol. So let's start with basics. So if you want to create the repo, you say mkdir and create the directory. You go inside and you say git init, and you do the empty commit, git commit allow empty -m init. That will do the empty commit over there. And then you can check the status of the git by git status command. And yeah, whatever, if you're using Emacs or Vim, like all the temporary ID files you add in git ignore. Like in terms of Scala or Java, you should not add the class file. You should not add the jar file, compile file, that's not required. In Python, it's spicy or what, I don't know. Spicy, right? And all the checkpoint directory it create when you use the like Jupyter or like that, you should not add in Git repository over there. You add only code base over there. So when you say Git push or Git commit, you don't want to push that files that you add in Git ignore.
So this command will only create a git ignore file, right?
You need to say vim dot, I mean any file. You create the file with the name .git ignore. In Windows, it may trouble to create .ignore file. There may be some way to create that because it won't allow you to create .git ignore. You say sample.git ignore and then say file the name and remove the sample that it can create. But in Ubuntu or Linux-based system, you can create. You just create the file and then you add everything inside the git ignore. I'll show you one sample repo if I have, and provide everything over there, so it won't affect that. Add changes to the index. The cool way is how you add changes to the index is git add -t. So you know that when I say git add dot, what will happen? All the changes, okay, made on the files that will get added. If I say git add -A, what will happen? It takes everything, right? But when you say git add p, anybody remember what is this?
No.
So I'll show you on the session.
So what's between dot and hyphen?
Dot A will do the C if capital A. So if I'm working on one repository, I made some changes. Now I say git add A. So from that repository, I mean the entire clone, it will take whatever file has been changed. For example, index.js, if you're using TypeScript, whatever files you have .ts, whatever changes you made in entire repository, it will just add in that. And then you say git status to check the everything, whatever changes. Yeah, stages has been get.
The same thing will happen with dot also, right?
No, then what's the difference between dot and -A?
What is it?
Yeah, so capital A will add everything.
Okay.
You remember, right? How we say squares merge and cherry pick with that. Squares merge will add everything and one single stage, and that will push to the branch, right? I will show you. I don't know. I have something. Actually, I don't know what files will be there. Yeah, so in this case, okay, let me go somewhere. Yeah, so as I told to the git ignore, you add everything like what your temp file and picase. I mean,
So you can add your wildcard extensions like asterisk means everything dot .tmp. So everything dot .tmp would be.
yeah, so if you can take a look at .log, .website, right?
These are entire directories, right? Target slash. So this
No,
is
no.
the entire directory.
Let's talk about something. This file, see, start tilde, right? So that does mean any file start from tilde.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you're correct. You can add the expression over here, and then directory. If you apply environment, you can say Python version and IPy checkpoints. Use whatever you think you don't want in a code base, right? That you put over here. Yeah. So other thing is like, as you know, Git log will help you to track the what changes people did with the commit hash over there. And so let us.
Hey, Chetan, it looks, I only see your gedit screen. I don't see the other screen that you're working on.
Correct. Let me save that. Can you see now the?
Yes, I can see now.
Actually, Ubuntu has something Zoom client problems. Sometimes it happened. No, I am facing problem now. So let us say if I'm doing changes in a file called setup.py, okay, now if you say git status, it will show you this file is modified, and now I need to, what is that? Yeah, so if I say git add -a and then you say git status, it will add this file, okay, which I modified. So all the file got modified. It will add over here. In case of
Means the modified content as well as the existing content, both will get
squeeze it and then it will merge. So in ideal practice is say git add dot, okay, to add that, or you think this file you changed, right? So this is because I am only working in this project, so I know everything, right? But problem will occur when the team is working on the project, like 20 people or 50 people, like that. So it may be possible same file I am editing, same file he is also opening, same line I am working, he's also working. He will do push, right? And then I don't care. I will try to again push. So when he's saying push, I will example that. When he's saying push, what will happen? Master version of the hash will change. Okay. So the copy of hash I do have is different with him. So when I will try to say push, it will get conflict, right? So there is no tool for that. We need to go manually and we need to change and run the test cases to make sure there's nothing is broken. And then we need to, as I told earlier, git rebase and then fix it. So that's the concept.
Like it isn't okay. Like in
Yeah.
SVN we have I think
SV?
in SVN.
I haven't got that.
SVN is a two-way connect. Git has a three-stage connect.
Yeah. So
Do commit. There is no stage. Right?
yeah, so commit V, commit P, and commit M. Usually people use M to say string commit and see. But when you want to see where exactly change happened with which file and which line and what changes was there, at that time you can use this option like P and yeah, git add -p, right? So ideally what we say, git add dot git add -a. But when you want to see what changes has made in which file, which line number, and what has of the commit that you can see over here. So it provides like that git diff and the changes in setup.py, what changes I made, import os, right, in a file. So then you have option stage the hunk, right? You want to make yes, no, or what you want to do. So that's a difference. Browse the history, you can use the git log.
So, can you go back to the way we showed the git diff? Like, so
Yeah. So no, I'm saying you don't have to say git diff. When you say git add -p, it automatically scores git diff and gives you
okay.
this thing. Okay. So when you say git add -p, so assume that you don't know what changes you made before 1 week, and then you have this project. If you're working on 3 to 4 projects, right? So you don't know what changes you made, even though you have not committed to your repository or anything, right? So at the same time, it helps you to use this git add -p to get to know. In this example, there's one file. It may be possible you have added the 10 files, 12 file, but you don't know, right, what is made. So this can help you in which line. So then you can change if you want to change it. Then you can.
Please, I'm one more question is from SVN perspective. I use SVN. I never use it. So like suppose you have a file with say its current version number is 10, okay, and then you want to see that you are debugging your because you are finding cause of a defect. I want to see what is the difference. What was the difference in the code between version number 8 and version number 7?
Then you can say git diff and hash of 1 and 2nd. That will give you the difference.
The thing is that the SVN don't take the all the versions. Like in Git, we can take the complete history of the like who has worked on what and till what date and all. But SVN, whatever you have merged in the repository with current one, only that will be there. Not
Yeah, that I don't know because I have never worked with SVN. And
that is the main issue with SVN in Git. You can take the complete history.
Yeah, so I'm just I did with the 2 versions previously.
yeah, then you can give it commit, even though if you say git log, right? Git log will give you the hash of every commit change made by anyone, he or whatever he is, right? And then you have the hash. Once you have the hash, you can find the difference. Because Git is protocol. I mean, GitHub or Bitbucket is the client for that, right? So other things like that, this can help you browse the history and examples like git log by color, git log color and graph. I have something. Harpreet, can you see my screen?
Yes, Chetan, I can see it. Thank you.
Yeah, so let's say let's copy this command. So this will give you all the history in log, okay? What changes you made, what fix it was, like that. So you people use the Atlassian Jira or no?
Yeah.
So yeah, so sometimes, so see, this is the without Atlassian Jira, so I don't have any that example, but it would be really great if you say prefix with the story name, like I have story number APF.
FMD or something.
Let's say I have POS 210, right? So if you prefix this, what will be that? So other people who use the Jira, right, or the Confluence, or Bitbucket, right,
Right.
or the Bamboo. So what will exactly is that? So if DC is there, DC don't care what I'm doing in this or this or what, right? He has the Jira story where he can see that how many commit I did by Bitbucket, how many deployment went success and failed by Bamboo, in the continuous documentation, he can see from here only. If he want to see, I have an example also. If you want to see that whether Chetan left today, did he commit it and that bill remained successful or not, you don't have to call me. You can just go to this Jira story and check last stage, what is that? And when you create the branch, so ideally what you do? I mean, can you tell me also if you work on Angular, right? You are.
Right.
So it happened, no? When I work with Python Angular people say they don't have test cases, they don't have to compile anything, they just have to push. Okay. The other side, it happened conflict or like that. Sometimes it happened with other people. So you create the branch, right? So when if I'm the code reviewer, if I say git merge the master, what you do? You delete the branch, you keep as it is because you think tomorrow there will be other change. So you again do. Or what
I
you do?
keep my branches. What I do is I just take the latest. I just rebase that thing with my master repo, and then I create a sub branch of that and work on it. And then I
That's a wrong practice. Once your branch got merged, you should delete the branch. You should not keep as it is.
So this branch
Because-
option
because-
right?
branch.
Yeah, because that's what happened yesterday with me in my team. 45 branches, then even I don't know what the project got closed, right? So we need to clean up the repository, and then we don't have clue. It's a problem. So see, the same is like once you merged, okay, state has been changed, A to B, okay, and this you can't get B to A. Whatever change you make, you want to do, just create another branch and merge over there.
Okay.
And the rebase we'll talk to later. For example, this decorate. So this can help to the one who used to review the code, right? So if you can see here, okay, I committed something ignored, okay, changes requested by the reviewer, I again did changes, and when it got merged, right, with all the hairs. So now you can, your answer, if you want to compare the code earlier you did, right? It happens with me. What happened? I did something, I requested as a PR, reviewer rejected. After 6 days, no, I want to do the same thing you did earlier, right? So when I did PR, so after a lot 10 days communication and changes requested, at the end he found on the better option was that you did first, okay? So I should not change that again, whatever I did because I know that I need to go this component Angular and then I change this TypeScript and then I implement that type class, blah, blah, blah. I don't do like that. I know the hash code, right? Or here, I just go over there and just point my head to that hash. So you will be there. Or you can directly say git cherry pick. The cherry pick help you to commit specific hash to the master branch. Other ways like people do squash merge. They bring everything and together and merge over there. So what are equal at the end?
Oh, sorry, I did not get it. What is the JPEG thing does? Can you just-
I have that example later, but I can explain it right now. So you have commit side. This comes master branch over.
in the master branch, right?
No. This is the feature branch.
Okay.
Okay. Now you are here now.
Hmm.
You want this commit to merge over master branch. Okay.
Okay.
So for that, what you do with all changes, right?
Yeah.
This is same branch, same PR. You are just changing and committing on the same branch. So if you are there as a code reviewer, what you need to do? Space mod, right? To the master branch. Because now you know in this 2-line change, again 1-line change, again some plus 1, minus 1, and plus 1, something, right? So you cannot go with this commit, right? Because you also want everything.
Everything, yes.
But sometimes happen. At the end, somebody is saying, now I want this way. So two ways, right? Either you can change it in this commit, whatever you did, by opening this and copy paste whatever you do over here, or you just say, cherry pick this commit to this master branch.
So Chetan, tell me one thing. If all of those commits, whatever is there, is in the same PR, if that PR gets merged, then all of the commits gets merged.
Because it's quest merge.
Oh, that is the solution.
Yeah, this is quest merge. I mean, by that UI, I don't know how people do, but if you are on the console, right, you need to say git quest merge to the master branch.
Okay.
So because this commit As what changes? If you go diff, you will find right changes.
Yeah.
The one like change because it's a plus plus one, right? But you want everything till then, so you need to do square small. So this,
Chetan, I have a question.
yeah.
I have a situational question here. I'm not sure if we should use cherry pick here or rebase. I think you can answer it better. So if two people are working on something, let's say I have my own copy of master,
Yeah.
and then Ganesh picks up another copy of the master. I'm working on one feature and he is working on another feature.
Yeah.
And he raises a PR, or even if he doesn't raises a PR, what I want to do is that whatever work I have done, and then on top of that, I want to merge his changes so that I can see that both of our changes work fine locally,
Actually,
and then we can create a
Harpreet,
PR.
I do have
Yes.
same example at the end in this presentation.
Okay.
Can we do it later?
Yeah, sure. If you already have, then
Yeah,
go ahead.
you
I
have-
just wanted to know, do we use cherry pick in that case,
No, we should
or we
not
just
cherry pick.
rebase?
Short answer, but the detailed discussion we'll do on that example because I have the
Cool.
exit scenario on that.
Cool. Let's go ahead.
So this is the examples, the commands that help you to, if you are the code reviewer, you can find out which branch and which stage go, how it, the commit got merged and like that. You can also get a list of the hash and the commit by this same command.
So here the list of what are the log, right? The top one will be the latest commit, right?
Head.
Yeah.
Yeah, so see in this example, head point to master origin head. So this is the latest commit, and others are the
Old ones.
tail and head, the same phenomenon. And this also help you like the expression as he suggested, right? The regular expression you can use for here to find like browse the history with the style. You say git log this full story, all color, PD format, these, and this regular expression, yellow color, otherwise white like that. So you can provide regular expression in between that. Yeah, so when you say browse history with the style, it will show you that which commit by which person, like EMD is something with my commit earlier. So like you can see over here. And when you want to save the change to remotely, right, you say git remote add origin, this, the git URL, and the git push -u origin master, right? If it's master. Master is branch. So if you want to push to the any other branch that you have been created, so as you can say git branch name, or you can say git checkout -b and branch name. It both are same. Okay, the same way you do.
Just here we do these things regularly. Right?
And regular, that's what he said.
Yeah. So origin means our fork. There are two remotes, right? Origin means our fork and
You do
upstream.
fork and then you.
Yeah. So there is our original depot, which is we call the upstream, and then we fork.
But
from
then you
there.
need to say git set upstream, otherwise you
Yeah,
can't link it.
We do it.
We do that.
we do
We
that.
set the
And
upstream
then
first.
our fork is the origin here. So upstream and origin both are things. So origin master means master branch at our fork.
Yeah, in this scenario, I'm not forking. I'm just saying this is a branch, and this branch I want to push. But in that scenario, we need to say set upstream. Otherwise, the changes done in the origin branch that will not get affected in my branch, in the repository I don't have, because this fork will be different.
Yeah.
Because this will be different, right? Origin point to this right now. But in that case, when I do fork, this will get replaced.
Yeah.
And so ideally we do git pull, right? Friends forever, like that's what we like, and hyphen. Even though there's force, you get everything on here. But also people does so. Yesterday's scenario, 45 branches are there. Okay, I deleted branch as git origin -capital D and branch name.
Yeah.
And then I say git push origin -, branch name. So it reflected to the remote platform that I deleted, right? So I sent email to my team that can you guys delete all the branches that you have created? I have a mess of 45 branches. So some of the people deleted from the Bitbucket web UI, right? Go to branch and delete. So I can't be reflected over here. When I say git branch -r, you know, right? So if I say git branch -r, these are all the branches, remote branch. If you can see upstream branch, right? Those are the branches created by me, but I think it's question answer for him. Also, right? Chiranjeev. So these are the upstream branch, okay? These are the origin branch.
Yes.
It's created by origin Zappo.
Yeah.
But I did fork.
Yeah.
I want to contribute to the parallel, right?
Yeah.
Parallel. So I need to make upstream, right? Otherwise, I don't know after 8 days if someone did changes over there.
Yeah.
I won't get affected.
Yeah.
So I said upstream this branch. So when it's upstream, you will see upstream. Otherwise, it will be only white color. You can say origin and GWO branch. This is upstream branch. So I don't remember the command. You can say git set upstream and --- upstream, right?
Yeah.
That is the. If you want all the branch with lock color, right? It will also point to you. The green color is the current branch, right? And the the star is master branch.
Current branch.
Current branch.
branch.
This star has.
Yeah.
And documents is I do have my branch. Local branch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can also do git fetch and so this both command, right? Git fetch and git merge --- shortcut for git pull over here.
Okay.
So
So we can either do git
Yeah.
pull or we can do in that way.
in same way, what I'm saying, git branch name. Then you say git checkout, same branch name, right? Or you say by the git checkout -b and branch name. So you create the branch, you check.
This will create a new branch. Git checkout -b a -new -future.
Yeah, so both see git branch or new feature branch. It's name of the branch.
Okay.
You created the branch. Then you say I want to go inside. Okay, but assume that you should be git checkout master over here. You should not be inside some, otherwise stage will be again different. So, or better you say git checkout -b this branch name. So what it does, it create the branch and it also do checkout. So you are inside that branch. Yeah. So when I say I want to, I'm inside some branch. I want to say git merge to some other branch. So command can be git checkout to master because you want to go master, and then you say git merge a new feature branch.
That branch would be.
Yeah, you should not be inside and then say git merge, right?
Yeah.
So ideally, I don't know. In my team, people use that Bitbucket, so they have just click the button merge.
Yeah.
But I don't do. I just use the.
In our team, we
Linux.
get the pull request, and from the pull request, the merge pull request happens.
But you seriously do just like that pull request. You keep open till you do a lot of changes till your story is not complete for 1 month.
Yeah, we do not have the provision to merge the pull request.
We can't do that.
You can't do, but there must be some code
Yeah.
reviewer, right?
Yeah.
So he does or no?
He does.
He does.
He does.
Oh,
That's it.
okay. So in my case, my reviewer says don't review the code because he just say merge. So any thing that goes, because we don't have test cases. In your scenario, it may be test cases, right? And just depend. So if you want to clean up the behind us, same example I told you, right? If I want to delete a branch locally and safely, I will say git branch -d a new branch. Locally, but if you want remotely, you should use the capital D, not small d over here. And when you want to say delete a branch remotely, you say git post origin and the branch name. Either colon you use or don't use, doesn't matter. I did this yesterday.
So what is this? Sir? Git push origin in the branch name. It deletes the branch
Yeah, you want
and pushes the changes.
Yeah, so ideally you delete the branch, but you want to reflect to the remote repository, right?
Okay.
So as I told you, that some of the branch got merged with a development branch or the master branch. Now you want to clean up all the mess, like 45 branches you have. right? So for that you have to do like that only. There's no other option. But yeah, the syntax number 2, delete a branch remotely, git push origin in the branch. But first you need to use first syntax.
Yeah.
Git branch D a new feature.
So that one first will delete the branch, and second one will update your master saying that this particular branch is deleted.
Update my
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because
yeah.
local changes get affected to the remote changes, right?
Yeah.
For bonus, you can use this also. Git branch -- merged master pipe, and then grep -v and star. You will find the master, and first argument of that is 1 git branch D. So first argument will come as a string, and then you say branch D. That will get deleted. So as you know, grep is powerful.
Great.
Yeah.
Grep is much powerful. I mean, even the Google search is behind grep. So browse the history of a file. You can git log -- follow and path to the file. Okay, so the same way you can find the log of the specific file, what is happened. Yeah. Browse the history of lines. If you want to find the lines of the JSON file, you can say -l, start from 1 plus 10. So line number 1 to 10 and file this, right? And then you can get what is made. If you have a specific method or function or class, and then you want to say, in this method or this class, what is made. So you can also provide the prefix as a method name or the function name or the class name. Browse the history of methods, function, and classes. In git ignore, you can provide like that. Attributes file, git attributes. Difference, I use Scala. So I say if difference in a X function, def, object, class, and trait, you provide this regular expression. And you put inside the git attributes, and then you say .scala diff = Scala. It will give you all the browse difference history of the function, classes, and methods.
Okay.
But it only for that, from that definition is a method. Object is the, in Scala we say object type, class is class, and trait is interface. Yeah, so now this is the example I was talking on cherry pick. Yeah, let's say here, right? So master branch is this, and feature branch that you can see on side. And the changes made on that, you can see XSX box. And now what you want to move that commit to the master directly. So at that time, you can help, cherry pick can help you how it can move that commit to master. Okay, git checkout master, and then you say git cherry pick this has.
Okay, that is the commit number.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, if for example, this is what I 2, 3, 1, 2, 6. Yeah. So that's cherry pick help, but that I cannot say that best practice is a cherry pick or square merge, but people use both things. Depends on something. If you are like you have thousands of commit and then you say square merge, then it is expensive, right?
Yeah.
It depends on the scenario in which terms we want to use.
So cherry pick is for particular
Commit, move to the master.
Yeah, so that can be happened earlier also. It need not the head need not to be at that particular commit.
No.
If the head is already on that commit, then we can simply merge, right?
Then there's no need to go. That's what I'm saying. I am at 1000 before.
Yeah, then cherry pick helps.
Then cherry pick helps. Move to a branch after I have started working, right? So I started to working something and then I want to move. The same question. You say, I started working on a branch after. So I want to move something after I started to working on the branch. So you can say git commit m, you list some stuff, right? And then you found, oh no, I don't want to do this. Okay, you did commit, but now you say, I don't want to do this. So you say git branch, new feature branch, and git reset, hard and soft features, right? Soft can be recovered, hard cannot be recovered. And you say hard till 1. It will till
one commit behind.
index behind.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, so head will go to directly head, right? Head will be head and tail. Head will directly head, but once it till 1, 2, 3, 4, you can go like that. So
I did not get this. Can you repeat like git reset?
no, what I'm saying, I did git commit m, right? So I did some changes. I did git commit -m, and then I found no, I don't want to do the commit. I want to go to the early stage I was, right? And then continue my development.
Okay.
In that scenario, this can help.
So just previous commit I want to go to.
Head till 1.
Before this commit.
Yeah, so the previous.
Yeah. Otherwise, you have to go and find the hash of that commit.
Git log and get the hash.
Yeah. And then again save this. So you want to undo, right? Git regret and hyphen hard. So I don't know, Git regret is still working or not. When I was doing it, I need to clone this repo and build inside my pip will
Okay.
and then do. But there are other options like undo that. Okay, you say git reset hyphen delete changes to the working directory. For that, you need to say git reset hyphen hard. Restore a file to its last committed version. For that, git checkout and file to path. Undo that. Not undo what? Now undo that. You know what you want to do, undo, right? So delete changes to the working directory. You say git reset hyphen hard. Restore a file to its last committed version. Git checkout, I think it's same. And specific file path. Edit last local commit message, right? So if you want to edit the last committed message, this is a command git commit hyphen amend can help you to edit the commit message in a Git protocol. Undo last public commit, right? You say git revert head. So that's the difference between reset, rebase, and revert. Edit last public commit message, right?
So, so git reset hyphen hard at tilt 1. Okay. What that will do is that will take our current branch into one commit behind that we just did.
Delete changes to the working directory. Last changes you made. Delete everything. I can give you example like I have given my code to you and you did something and then project is not working, right?
Okay.
And this you need to give demo to your client or whatever it is, right? Data what you should do. Yeah. So there's other shortcut command I don't remember that people are using. I will reply all on that.
Sure.
People does that. So sometime what happened? You are in conference and something demo time. You are doing on the spot changes because of something, and you felt now it's not working. So you want to go to the positional what changes what there. For that, there's something shortcut. I don't know. I will add in this presentation before sharing with you.
Sure.
So edit last public commit message. So you say git commit hyphen amend and git push f. This will edit. You provide a string whatever you want to replace with that after amend, and then you push hyphen f. Now the question is for I think why we are here is all the git conflict, right? In that scenario, I didn't got this because in my team I work alone in the project. Okay, I work with Spark, HBase, and Scala projects, so I'm alone. There's no one who contribute to my project, so I usually do not get these problems, right? But it's because separate people work on separate project in our team, right? Everybody has own project, own directory, so we don't have this kind of problems. But usually it occurs when you're working with full stack project like Angular and Spring and like that. So let us go with this scenario. Harpreet?
Yes, Chetan, I can see your screen.
Yeah, so this is the example I'm giving. So you may ask me question after this example. I'm
Sure.
I think the same that you have been convinced. Okay.
Thank you.
So for example, you have one project, Axion Labs website. We have 4 files. One of them is indexed to HTML. Now both person, Bob and Alice, has feature branch based on our master and trying to add one more change at line number 1, index.html. Bob has did push and changed the version of the master. And working on the same file is not the issue actually, okay? Because when you create the branch based at the master, last commit was SA123, for example, okay? Now you work what you want and commit it to your branch, not master branch, with the A126A. So when I say you, you consider it alias because I was in hurry to make this because it was not there earlier. So assume that 2 persons working it, other person's commit is this A126A, right? Now during those 3 days, for example, my branch is merged and the commit was adding something to same line of index file, then your version will not have it. See, problem is not with the file, problem is with the lines. If file is the problem, then Git know how to do it. But same line, like how you do create the HTML tag and you say language EN English, or you say this wasn't like that. I have that example also. So you do rebase, right? Usually you do rebase. When you created the branch, line number 14 of index file was at HTML this. Now you updated to your local branch from HTML and slash to HTML language is equal to EN. But when you rebase it, state of the master branch was progressed and that latest merge was this HTML type of, right? You will see config with this, right? This kind of message you will get. This is config. Now this is done by the one guy, first and second one done by second guy. Same line, same time. So this is a problem, right? So what I would say to resolve this problem, let's go ahead. How? So now you have to identify that what you want and what you don't want manually. There is no tool for it. And so how you resolve it, you set HTML type of and language EN, right? Because now you know. And push it and continue rebase process. It is very helpful as of I know. And pay careful attention to changes in config again. That's what. So what I do, go line by line, find for these changes is there, and read what people read and decide that is done and what you are trying to add, right? One thing I will say, rebase your branch every hour or two if team is too large, and merge it is happening too much. By doing this, you will have to deal with small config and rather than large config at the end. If team is small, you can do per day, daily. So what I use, so you say, I don't know how you resolve this problem because I do like that. Git pull rebase, right? And then you will get the config you have, right?
Yeah.
So config, if arising, then you need to fix config manually by intervention. There is no tool, I'm saying. So you need, because why there is no tool? Because same line. If there is no same line, there's no problem. In index.html, if C is working on one paragraph and I'm working on slider in CSS, there's no problem, right? The problem occurs when same line, and it gives you both, and then you need to do what you want to change it. Okay. In some time it helped also someone. She did something, he did something that I want to make sure what I want to do, right? So before doing the git rebase -- continue, you need to make sure that all the test cases run fine. There's nothing is broken, because it's a human intervention between the tool, right? So maybe possible I did something wrong by doing that time. I should not say git push, because ideally when you say git push, my Bamboo or the Travis or Jenkins will learn and create the artifact and deploy to somewhere, right? It will again cause the problem. What's it? So ideally in this time, I mean, people does the downtime. There's nothing like downtime. Everything is event driven and the elastic, okay, reactive. So there's nothing like something upgrade is going on, you need to stop. Like site is down, construction is going on, or like that. It's nothing like that. So you need to make sure nothing is broken over here. So ideally Travis gives you, right? If I use Travis, I don't know what you people use for continuous integration, CI.
They use Jenkins.
And so Jenkins, you provide the shell script to Jenkins, right?
Right.
So it will give you, if there is some Jenkins just jar file on JVM, it gives you what changes it has, and if your test case is going to fail, then you need to fix that. Because it may be possible test case fail because of the changes you made over here. So you make sure nothing is broken over here, and then you say git rebase -- continue if there was conflict, otherwise not. And then you say git push. That's what I follow. So anybody has question on that? Harpreet? No, Harpreet?
No, sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah, so
So I have a question here.
Yeah.
It's not related to this or something.
yeah.
So this is what I'm facing since 2-3 days. So I have a master branch, okay, and I did a fork of it. Okay, so I'm working on my particular fork, okay, and so in the master branch they have created a branch, branch of the master branch. Let's call it like phase 1. Okay. So when I do daily, what I do is, in the normal basis, when I come to office, I open my terminal and I just update my code base. I mean,
Use a git pull.
Yeah. So I'll do git fetch upstream first, and then I do git rebase, and then git push horizon master. So pushing everything to the master. So and then I'll work on my files, and I'll again in the end of the day I'll push those changes and I'll rise a PM. So now what is happening is that, so when I do git fetch upstream, I don't want to get the details of the master, but I want the details of the phase 1. So these two branches, master and phase 1, they won't be in sync.
Yeah, so I'm talking about that way, staging and production or the branch that you say.
Right.
You say that, yeah, I want to make the changes to this branch, but it has continuous integration with this branch also.
Yeah.
In that scenario, you need to find alternate way to do. It depends on the scenario because it's your own requirement, right? It's not the Git says to do. So on that side, either you go inside that staging branch and then you reflect the changes, and then you create the PR on master branch.
Okay, it's not about the PR what I create. I just need to on daily basis. Let's say he worked on the phase 1 branch, okay, and he raised the PR to phase 1. So he merged it. Someone merged it.
Then you do git rebase or git pull rebase or no?
And then the next day when I come, I do git fetch upstream. And so to get the latest update, so whatever I'm doing now, it is giving me the latest of master branch. I don't want that. I just want phase 1 updates.
Phase 1 is the branch, feature branch?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you do the git pull -- rebase in that branch, and then you go inside
that particular branch I have to do.
Yeah, that's otherwise it assume by default branch is master.
Okay.
But in
So rebase should be with
The phase 1.
each other branch.
yeah, the exit you want to do with that. I have that one example later as a link of reference. Yeah, so make sure you should not people does this mistake also, git rebase and continue by blindly, right? And that block everything. Because everyone has a Jenkins or continuous deployment, and that automation will block because of you blindly did rebase the continue. That should not be. Yeah, so this is the same. Actually, I did mistake in my presentation. I was saying example like first and second. When merging the files, it knows that changes are in different parts of the file and make the changes by itself. If the changes are in the same line, the author should resolve the conflict manually. So actually, the slide order differentiation. Yeah, so this is a link comparing the workflow. I mean, this link has all these examples and this how you can resolve this and everything. But other shortcuts that I do have that I will add before sharing this presentation with you by end of the day. And still, it may be possible I don't know something. So if you have questions, let's create one group in Git. I don't mind, and you ask over there. So I can also like to get to know that.
Do you mind sharing that link to us in the email?
This presentation.
Yeah.
I will say presentation. So this link is part of the presentation.
Oh, yeah,
So as I told earlier, that I will add those shortcuts that I told to directly if you did changes with the master branch. That is also right.
So I think you can mention EOS format. So is it?
Yeah, I have that example.
Yeah. So in this in the Jira story, you can see that.
Yeah, I am going to show that example. I have that guideline. I will share with you also. Let me. Oh, it must be. It has. Yeah, so this is the Harpreet. Can you see my screen?
Yes, Chetan.
Yeah. So So Git, I have been completed this session. Still, will talk with team if anybody has other doubt to help them out. If I can learn or whatever we can do in Git protocol, right? We'll go forward on that side. But now I'm talking about the Git protocol standard practice with the Atlassian suite that I have been prepared. So
You don't have confidence.
no, forget about Confluence. Now just talk about, I mean, anything. I'm just giving example, right? Bitbucket and Bamboo and Jira. Right? So as you can see in the screen, this is this is the branch people has been created, right? See how people are doing. For example, they found conflict. So 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Because what they do, they are going to git clone in someone else in C drive, read right, and then they create another branch, right? So at the end is mess. Now nothing. When I cleaned yesterday, it was 45 branch for 2 developers, right? So what I'm saying here that ideally, if you create the module and branch name should be same. In my case, it was a APF staging. So I'm saying STG, HBase, and Foo master, right? For example, so it must be the same because this doesn't make sense. Branch with the story name doesn't make sense because what happened? Now assume that you are in Sprint 12 in Agile, right? You have story, POS, point of sale, 1121, right? Now it may be possible, some changes Angular people do, it can be possible in 1 day, right? But people expose the API using Flask and Django cannot be done in 1 week, right? So what you will do, you put this story in backlog, again taking sprint number 13, right? So this will change again, but the things you are going to develop are same, right? So ideally you should not say this APF 145, 141, okay, like that. But you say same module using. In Git commit, yeah, this is the example. In Git commit, see, if you can see Chetan Khatri over here, I use the prefix APF 217, then I say what I have changed I have been done, right? So it reflects over here, APF 217, automatically. And it reflects over here as well as it reflects in the story also, in a Jira also, Atlassian Jira.
It automatically reflects or
Yeah, it automatically reflects. That's the beauty of Atlassian suite.
So means there is no add-on which connects Git to Jira.
No, you just need to say allow permission. Like how in Android you say allow
for
Google
this
Drive.
Bitbucket, you are using Terminal or SourceTree or something?
I used to terminal.
You use Terminal.
Yeah, but people use something else. I don't know.
Yeah.
Everyone use different in my team. Okay, everyone has. People
So
say
you
I use
just-
Spring Boot, so they work in Eclipse. I can't say to do IntelliJ IDEA because they work there. I use PyCharm, some web.
So you just have to say while committing it in the minus same in the message, the
Yeah, the prefix
Story number, right?
that helps. How it
and
helps?
then some space or means is there
Ideally,
You just need to add your story number. And
it already gets reflected.
it checks whether story number contains the string or not. Ideally, but you should not add in between. It looks very ugly. And you add in prefix, right? And then, so as you can see, other people's commit you can't see it, right? Because they are not doing. Now it's not tracked by the story. Scrum Master. What I don't like, Scrum Master comes to me every day and asks what you are doing, right? So I tell him, this is the document, you follow this, and you find from this, right? You don't come to me every day, what I'm doing. You read from the Jira storyboard. So yeah, as I said, it will be easy for Scrum Master, Product Manager, Product Owner, or the Project Manager or stakeholder to track the individual story progress, whether it's development, they send pull request, they send the git merge to development, the continuous integration build in just 1 click or 2 clicks. Some of the samples use cases are explained below. Yeah, so this is Jira storyboard, right? Can you see over here? I can zoom.
You can zoom Control plus.
Yeah. So now you can see, right?
You have to scroll down.
Yeah. So So I assign this to QA, right? QA say done. So ideally, all story stays to QA's name, right? Because QA has to say done. So in this, you can see automatically it will get open. Hello. They said, so commit is latest 2 hours, right? And git and pull request got merged before 2 hours. And 6 will deploy. So, for example, I'm working with the web services with the Flask to expose the API that expose the all employees number, right? Scrum Master came and tell me, Chetan, you are done with that or not? I say, go with Jira and check that. Done or not? Why are you asking me? Right?
Right.
So if you open the Jira body for he or she, you will let you know that pull request has merged, right? So now whatever I did is perfect or not, he don't have to ask me. He need to go there. He can check over there also that reviewer has reviewed it, is there a commit or not, right?
Yeah.
So this is the example. He can click on the commit and check. See, he want to see that Chetan did something or not before he left, right? Ideally, everyone has to do git push before you just leave your desk, right? When you come, you say git pull. This is a single method you should have to follow. So whether I did something or not, it can be reviewed over here. And how changes I made, that can be done in tracked files, 1 file, 2 files or not. So now, if someone want to see Scrum Master that I did something or not, you can see 60 minutes ago, the PR list by Chetan got merged. Okay, that means I did something, right? You don't have to come and ask me or call me or ping me even. So by this, stakeholder can also track the latest pull request by developer and the status merge or change request with updated time. And I just follow something different also over there. So I add what were proposed in this pull request. So I say data type changes as per the business owner fixed. Falcon column family column qualifier change to story, right? How this page has been tested, control and job development and successful. Data history of the Hive development has been cross verified, right? So now, even the code reviewer has to follow this. I mean, has to see this. What is proposed and what change is made, right? And if Scrum Master want to see that pull request got merged, but what are the things has been done in this pull request? If requirement of 3 point, so 3 has been completed or not? So it is also written in this, what has been completed. And if
So this is like something like automatic process.
it's not automatic, this is a standard best practice.
Yeah.
See, even I don't know before coming here. So if you do the contribution to the projects like Apache Community, Spark, Couchbase, Hive, what you need to follow, otherwise they will reject you. Okay, PR. So you don't follow, they will not take a look on the PR. And they have the tool in script they run, and it automatically affect to the Jira. And if you even don't prefix, it won't go inside there. So that's how, I mean, you learn this thing. As shown in this below, okay, by clicking the build, stakeholder can track deployment status, whether CI/CD work got success or fail. So assume that Chetan did something changes and here is the PR, it got reviewed. Assuming Chetan wrote in the pull request message that he did 2 tasks. Now whether it's working or not, whether it's successfully deployed or not, whether test cases ran successfully or not, even for that, Scrum Master don't have to ask me, he can check over there. By clicking over here, that build ran, latest build is this, went successful and 19 minutes ago. Okay, so that's it. No Scrum call, nothing. Whatever you want to see over there.
Should do this then.
If you are not doing that, okay, then so I follow. If other people don't follow, then you can see the development. There's nothing. In earlier you can see everything, right?
Yeah.
So this is the same thing. So specifically, DC told me to say this with also you.
Yeah.
So I will say this with you also, both. And then if you have any question, feel free to talk with me. IC is just near to
But
not that office on Newton office meeting room
yeah.
on last side. You can come to me, you can talk to me. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So any
said
other
Newton.
questions?
Newton, not Bharat.
Last side, last. Bus is in between somewhere.
Yeah. And you have that monitor.
This is what it should be.
Yeah.
This is what it should be.
Yeah, seriously.
Harpreet?
Harpreet
Has left
actually
for
had
the doctor's
he has a doctor's appointment.
Okay.
So I left him.
Yeah, so in case Harpreet had any question, you get from him and
Sure.
share with me so I